Okay, thank you so much. What a great conversation this has been so far. I guess in my little comment, I want to reflect on the power of thinking about the relationship between crisis and opportunity, because in every sector of our world today, we are experiencing fully crisis, and we are seeing opportunity and stepping into places of opportunity. So at the first level, I think what we learned from the COVID pandemic is that the crisis was that even the super users didn't know what they were doing, right? There were no super users. We were all kind of figuring it out as we went along. And that crisis meant that leveling of the hierarchies meant that teachers stood in the place of being co-learners along with their students, their colleagues, their friends in the startup community, the parents, and so forth. So leveling the hierarchies by making everyone all the stakeholders co-learners was a great opportunity. And it came as a result of the crisis. Another way that crisis and opportunity got magnified is in the weird dialectic between, well, what I call anytime and real-time learning, right? Or synchronous and asynchronous. Those terms blew up over the last 6 months. And we discovered that emergency remote teaching that has kids glued to a Zoom room all day is ridiculous. And so that in a way, the opportunity that the crisis of discovering the inadequacies of either 100% anytime learning or 100% real-time learning blew up. And now we are thinking about these things in a much more dialectical way. We're thinking about these ways of learning in a much broader way. And I feel like that's where there's a lot of excitement, because right now those two paradigms, synchronous and asynchronous, they don't fit together very well, but they could, right? And I think tech entrepreneurs can help us think more deeply about the way those two systems intersect. And then the third thing I want to say is that the COVID crisis that brought us the crisis of being alone, cooped up in our homes for 24 hours a day for the last 6 months, helped us really see the opportunity of developing relationships. Before the COVID crisis, I thought it was really impossible to develop meaningful relationships of trust and respect in an online environment like this. Before the COVID crisis, I thought that it was impossible to have meaningful learning in interactions through the simplicity of the threaded discussion. But now I actually see incredible ways in which relationships can develop in online contexts. And I feel like, yeah, that's what I'm starting to really appreciate, that teaching and learning it's a relationship. A relationship of trust and respect. So digital learning can support that.